Camera's rolling. Go ahead.
So I'm here with Zeke Forever, a prominent artist in the Denton community. Um, how did you get into the music scene in Denton?
Um, I honestly have no idea. I was just making music in my apartment and people just liked it, and I feel like I thought that I was a bigger superstar then, and so I was just like telling people about like the music I made. Um, and yeah, just kind of like did my research. I know that sounds like really annoying, but I was just like emailing random people like, "Hey, listen to this," and some people like listen to it, and so yeah.
That's really cool. I know you work a lot with different artists and you played at a lot of venues.
Mhm.
Have there been any highlights in that experience?
Yes, I love meeting like creative people because it makes me feel less crazy. Um, and just like remixing like all of like local music because I think it's really cool and I think it's just like a really cool way to like number one get exercise in like producing music and just like building a community of sorts, and that's kind of like I feel like what I was put on earth to do.
So you've been making music for the past several years. I saw one of your first songs was from 2016.
hmm
What's been your like main driving force?
well, I've always made music. If you
Mm-hmm.
go on YouTube right now
Yeah.
and look up Zeke Forever, Live Life to
Mm.
the Fullest, I made this music video in like 2011. So
Damn.
like my family are musicians. Like my mom is like an incredible songwriter, um, and my dad literally just makes jingles up. So like
That's
I've
cool.
always been made music, and for me, like I said, I didn't feel like I could fully be myself, and music was always a way for me to express.
Mm.
And I'm so sorry. It was a way for me to express fully, and so music for me now, it's still the same thing. I have a really bad I guess I should stop saying this. I'm a really bad communicator, but it's because my mind tells me I'm a really bad communicator.
Mm.
But I've always been able to communicate through music and
Okay.
just like putting a fucking dance track out. And
Dang.
yeah, yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
So what have been those mental struggles that have held you back? Because I know in your new song "Open,"
hmm
you talk about how you're taking back your time and taking back the tears that you've cried.
hmm
Yes. What was that about?
Um, I. Oh, this is such a good question. Jesus Christ. Okay. So open is about a relationship that I was in,
Yeah.
and I just really I hate to say like, oh, I was gaslit, but I was gaslit into kind of like feeling like I was the problem,
Mm.
and I don't like that. Like I try to be the solution. I try to um I don't know, like I feel like I always try to like be there for someone,
Yeah.
and for the life of me I like cried. I like had these like really terrible thoughts. I think what holds me back, and like I'm gonna go in a long
No,
way
it's
right
fine.
to answer your question, but
Yeah.
like I think that my mind is my biggest holdback.
Mm.
And for me, open is like I said before, like realizing that I can be the weird person that I am and people won't run away,
Yeah.
because that's always what I thought. And so like open up for me was just like um this era is, you said I was a mess and I believed you. And I am a mess, but in the most beautiful way possible.
Mm.
And I just want to open up and let people like kind of understand what's inside. Um, and I guess like I don't know how to say this. Such a fucking good question. Like the fact that I have literally always thought the worst of myself,
Mm.
and even like when I was doing crazy cool things, I always felt like I wasn't good enough.
Mm.
And now I'm coming to like realize that I am good enough, and even though like it's not a fake I'm good enough, it's not one of those where like you know, I'm good enough. I'm good enough. It's like, oh, I actually know that I can be myself fully and find people that will love me fully because I am deserving of love. And that was like a whole therapy session right there. But that's
Yeah.
what like that is what open up is, and like my biggest step like thing that holds me back is my mind. You know.
That's amazing.
It's not. It's terrible.
No,
It's
no.
so bad.
You made progress mentally in a situation that really did hold you back.
Yeah.
You persevered and blossomed into something else entirely.
Yeah. Oh,
There's so-
yeah. This is therapy. That's so funny. That is so funny.
But it was nice talking with you.
Okay.
It-
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing, honestly. That was
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. This is my show.